with playing Jigglypuff because it was like, man, people keep camping me out. Yo, this ain't fair. And of course, people have their own things to say about it. Camping people out, you should know of all people what it feels like, whatever. Anyway, looks like this time, who's he playing? Is he playing Palu? Did you decide to just pick a top tier?
Oh, he is going with the Palutena.
Hey.
I saw him playing a money match earlier with the Palutena, and not gonna lie, you know, it looked like he understands what this character does at the very least. I didn't catch too much of it, but I want to see, I especially want to see how the punish game looks. But first, he's got to get out of the disadvantage here against Dcorn, who I also heard earlier was excited to play Hungrybox in round 2.
Well, there you have it. And just like that, man, Hungrybox kind of getting smothered a little bit in the early game. I don't know if he's played against too many Yoshis. Yoshi can be a very annoying character to deal with, especially as someone like Palu, who kind of usually gets a little bit of cheese off some shield pokes off of the Nair and stuff like that on the last lingering hits. Yoshi doesn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, immune to shield pokes because he just stays inside that egg until it cracks. But Hungrybox hasn't been dealing with it, you know, doing it with shield pressure, right? He's just basically been saying, all right, how is he going to act at his shield? How is he going to act on defense? Because if he doesn't have the crazy Palutena combo strings unlocked, he's just got to rely on his instincts.
And we can even see right now, it feels like Hungrybox is just trying so hard to catch Dcorn, but Dcorn being ever elusive, finally being able to find a grab and a beautifully spaced back air as well, going right through the egg, securing the KO.
Yeah, that invincibility utilized very nicely from Hungrybox, and now with the counter, gets the Yoshi off stage. That could be a very scary situation if he does not have his recovery.
Yeah, I'm looking to see what the punish game is like, man. Here, I'm like, can I at least see 3 nairs in a row? Like, come on, day one, Paulo. I know you got it.
I know it's Yoshi, but like, come on, bro. All right, DI good enough to live him in the corner, but we see the forward air knocking him right back where he was coming from, even this back up.
And we saw right there, he landed that back air. I think he wanted to go for an immediate dash attack. We probably hit the C-stick and got that forward smash instead. But he's trying, you know, you can see some of the ideas there. He knows what he needs to do, but some of the execution is lacking.
You can see that, yeah, you're right. Like, it just sometimes the spacing isn't quite exactly where it needs to be. He's not landing the full hits of all of Palutena's crazy good multi-hits, but man, here we go. I mean, he's got the near 70% built up right now. And if he can keep the Yoshi off stage, I mean, it's a tall task, but that's where he got that first stock, remember. Could be looking to do that again with the down air, though.
And it's actually really interesting watching Hungrybox play Palutena because it's just like, it's weird. you know, it's very weird in comparison to all the Palus that you've seen. You know, he always bases his game plan around making the other person mess up and punishing accordingly.
And I think that Palutena can definitely do that too, right? Like, she's got such a good command of the air with, you know, the neutral air, the back air obviously as well, that you can force your opponent to make some mistakes, but challenging a Yoshi in the air is difficult, and that's where we've seen Hungrybox have a lot of problems.
Oh, and Dcorn doing a good job going low down there as well, trying to put out that long, lingering hitbox to try and stuff Hungrybox out of the air there with that recovery, but it was able to delay it just enough that Dcorn was unable to secure the edge guard. But hold on, still has Hungrybox in the corner. You know that's going to be a forward throw. Can he set up the ledge trap?
I think right now we've seen Dcorn go for a lot of really committal options to cover the ledge, but that time he did a beautiful job to mix that up, react to where Hungrybox was coming on stage, and to take the lead.
Yeah, had to clean off the Doc Martens real quick, just able to throw that down air and kill him off the top. But Hungrybox coming back, swinging, looking to secure this and tie up the game as quickly as possible. That Nair is going to help him, but the ledge trapping game has been hard for Hungrybox. He hasn't been able to force Dcorn on the ledge very much. He just kind of recovers high with that flutter jump and then just makes it back to center.
And of course, Palutena, you got the multi-hit up airs, right? Like, you have the ability to make a Yoshi sweat when he's all the way up there, and you see Hungrybox going for that, but just not quite like fully grasping. I guess the big thing to make the adjustment to your right is how quickly you reach that max jump height in this game. That also applies to Yoshi.
Man, just like that, putting Hungrybox in the air, you can see what Dcorn's plan is here. He wants to get these juggle scenarios just like this, where he can try to keep Hungrybox suspended in air as long as possible, but finally falling, but not without giving a quick 76% up. Oh, man.
That was an uncharacteristic fade in from Hungrybox there too. I mean, wasn't even facing the Yoshi, still decided to go for the Nair where, like, you know, the invincible back air might actually let you beat out that forward smash, bop the Yoshi away and go to ledge. But right there, Hungrybox got a little bit greedy, I guess, to try to put the Yoshi off stage, and we see Dcorn come away with game 1.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if he's going to stick with this Palu that, you know, clearly it isn't quite there yet. You know, not to throw any shade. I think, you know, Hungrybox is trying his best, but you can tell there's some things he needs to work on. And I know that Puff has been something that he's just played a lot of. Even if he doesn't necessarily love the matchups, he might just go to it just to feel as if, and there you go, right to the Puff. Just because there's nothing like home. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this is what I practiced, what I played Ultimate with for basically the past year until now, where he's been trying to pick up some other characters. And it looks like he's going to use that before, you know, seeing himself out the bracket potentially. So we'll see how it goes.
And taking it to Smashville too, so I mean, I'm wondering what this says about Hungrybox's game plan against the Yoshi, right? Because again, these are two characters with some of the best aerial drift in the game. I think Yoshi's #1 and Puff is either #2 or #3, like somewhere in that range. Right. So you would expect there to be a lot of air-to-air game, but honestly, because Yoshi just escapes those aerial combos that Puff is known for so easily, I would expect that Hungrybox is actually just going to try to let the Yoshi approach him and then fire back with an aerial of his own.
Oh, man. The floatiness of Puff is also proving to be pretty difficult for Hungrybox to deal with, just because getting down has proven difficult. But hold on. Oh,
that is a decision.
Yeah. I think he thought maybe the pound was going to lead to a hard knockdown on the platform, and he wanted to tech chase with the Sing, but it just did not end up that way.
Yeah, Yoshi's heavy. You know, he'll get out of that hit stun a little bit quicker than some of the other characters. Now, trying to make it all the way back. I thought that back air might have gotten him killed, but here he is, still alive, hanging on the ledge.
You can already see that Hungrybox infinitely more comfortable here. Manages to find that back air. If there's anyone who's good at landing those, it's Hungrybox.
Yeah, you know him for it. That's how he's made all of his money.
Facts? Ooh, okay.
The facts might be Hungrybox's Puff still looks really slick.
Yeah, Dcorn kind of struggling a little bit, especially dealing with the drift of someone like Jigglypuff is kind of foreign for a lot of people. You don't really fight too many top tiers that have even anything remotely comparable to just how far Puff can move in the air with one jump.
Of course, Dcorn, you'd think, would be a little bit used to that playing Yoshi, but you know, I think the big thing he's struggling with is that he can't utilize his aerial drift as much against the Puff on this stage in particular. You see Hungrybox sitting underneath these platforms, stuffing out the approaches, because Dcorn kind of has to go for that like low flying approach with just the single jump, where Hungrybox can get that full hop. He can go for another one and still be underneath that platform.
We're going to see how it ends up working out here, because as well for Hungrybox, I mean, he's just going to go ahead and recover low there, air dodge up. I like it. Wow. Ooh. That up tilt was...
That covered a lot.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wow, he was pretty far from the ledge there, but okay. Oh, he's rolling out.
I know, he's still good. I mean, definitely not an optimal move to go for, but H-Buck's still living. Just trying to catch a landing right now. You see that dash attack, a very strong move.
Wow, that was crazy.
That was so clean.
That was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
That's whatever. He got a 2-stock lead. We might see a rest come out soon from Hungrybox here with the way he was able to work his way around into this. Hold up. Hold up. He's looking. Go for the pound.
Lots of pounds.
Because pound will lead into that rest.
Yeah. Might be a little bit more difficult when you're going up against a Yoshi, right? Because he's got the double jump armor. Maybe you don't want to take the risk, but even so, right now, Hungrybox certainly with the lead, and he's not going forward unless he's given a reason to.
Right. So far, I mean, it's working out here. 77% and counting. Looking like Dcorn might be able to find this KO soon. Have to remember, Puff extremely light. That up air almost enough to take it on its own. Okay, it's going to send him off stage here. And I like that Hungrybox always goes for these aggressive options, but Dcorn trying to stay in this.
You see Hungrybox go for a down smash there at the ledge to try to knock him off quick. Does it again. That sends it such a dirty angle. You'd expect the Yoshi might actually be dead. Very nice nair out of shield to keep himself in the game from Dcorn, though.
And part of me always wonders, like, is he trying to down smash or is he trying to run and then dare off the platform? He just keeps misinputting it. It's hard for me to tell.
It's actually a good point, but no down airs needed. It's the big back air.
Yeah, you know, there he is. Once again.
Sakurai looked at that melee back air and he was like, all right, I still want this move to be ridiculous, but just like maybe not like that. So how about I make it kill at like 80?
Yeah, I'll make it kill and then just not make it safe on shield. How about that? You know
how about that? Still does tons of shield damage, though. I mean, like, might not be as safe, but you pair that with a pound, your shield, gone.
Oh. Yeah, they definitely made Puff a shield break monster. And honestly, with how some of these top tiers are, not a bad look at all. Hungrybox, it would actually win that game, too, with this Puff. Definitely probably not going to go back to the Palu just because there's no reason to. He was able to get the dub there pretty convincingly as well. I think it was a 2-stock, right, by the end of that. So just going to go ahead and move on into Game 3. We're going to see what the counter pick is. I'm wondering what the game plan is going to be.
Man, I don't know, man. Obviously, Hungrybox was doing a really good job of just, like, you know, hunting for a Yoshi approach by playing underneath that Smashville platform, and I would imagine that any FD-like stage is banned. But seeing Yoshi's story, this is actually a very clever way to get around that and still make use of Yoshi's crazy combo game on triplats where towards the edge of the stage, those platforms are actually going to be a little higher up than they would be on like Battlefield, say, 1, because that's the way they are. But at the edge, too, you have the slants to be a little bit further under. Yoshi gets tons, crazy early kills on this stage. I want to see how Dcorn uses these platforms.
Right out the gate, Dcorn starting to throw some eggs. Now, granted, for Hungrybox, does have a lot of kind of beefy, meaty aerials that he can just throw out to go through those eggs, but yeah, he's sitting on the side here, and you can already tell he's getting camped out right now. He sees it, he's like, oh man, we're playing this.
Dcorn's slowing down the game. He goes, okay, whatever game plan I had in Smashville right there, not going to be the one that works out for me. So if I try something completely different, maybe I want to see what results I get.
Well, now what I do like from Hungrybox here is that he is preemptively guessing when Dcorn's going to jump out of shield and preemptively putting out an aerial. So jump there, maybe he'll throw out a down air or something, just expecting. He knows the timing at this point.
Yeah, it's making me wonder if maybe Dcorn needs to kind of take note of how many times he's getting caught jumping out of shield and mix up that defensive rhythm that, you know, a lot of Yoshi players rely on. All right, there we go. Excellent up air. That's usually a big setup, but the character with as many jumps as Puff, my goodness.
At first I thought we were about to go for the tomahawk there, but instead, just kind of running straight at him. Dcorn throwing out a hitbox. Ooh, almost enough to KO, but going from the other side of the stage, Hungrybox is still alive.
And that's exactly what I was talking about, is that if you run to that side of the stage as a Yoshi, you can just toss out a big hitbox underneath those platforms, and you're a little bit safer because you're not not given such an oppressive hat on top of you like you would be on Battlefield. But Hungrybox has kind of realized the same thing, and he goes, look, man, I don't got to play your game.
Okay, and he goes for the rollout, but smartly Dcorn just evades it by going to the platform and waiting, saying, I don't want to play any games with that. I'm just going to go ahead and wait it out. But man, slowing down the pace seems to have worked out so tremendously for Dcorn here, able to find the first KO.
And we saw he got that KO because Hungrybox did abandon that tempo where he was like, oh, you want to slow it down? I'll show you slowed down. And then he did kind of go out aggressively to try to edge guard the Yoshi, and Dcorn turned it around. So now he's got a lead to play with and definitely gets to command the pace of the game.
And this is the hard part for Puff as well. Finding that actual KO can be difficult if you can't find that back air. You know, dash attack will KO at a high enough percent, but you really don't want your opponents living that long. Oh, no.
Wait a second. I can't. That conversion off of the egg just to extend it a little bit longer. I mean, not only did that get Dcorn the extra damage, the big thing that freaks me out about that is that you keep juggling the Puff, and you just get to be like, all right, how are you going to land?
See, if you're Dcorn here, it's like, hey, I'm up a stock, so that means Hungrybox has to approach me. And I don't care if this gets staled out, because guess what? If you don't shield one, that's just a little bit of extra damage. You can feel the frustration from Hungrybox over there. But hey, man, if you can't figure out a way to cross him up with the approach, this is just the game you're going to play. Hey, we'll time him out. Time him out. You know, you got all day.
Yeah. But basketball is my favorite sport.
Hey, that's how I beat Shaq. Hey. You know, we got to make some entertaining somehow.
Hold on a second. Wait, so what we saw is Dcorn was like, yeah, I'll camp you out. Psych, actually, come here.
And now, goes for the dash attack, and he actually hits him with an air out of shield. They might go for an up smash to secure the KO. And, oh, no, he falls out of the down air.
Ooh, and that's looking like that could be death for the Yoshi, but great drift.
There we go, man. Hungrybox coming down to his last legs here. He's looking around at the crowd. He is upset. He's like, is this your king? You know, I mean, he's upset. He's like, wow, this is high, slow gameplay, man. He's like, all right, is this really what we're doing? And he doesn't want to deal with it. You know what I mean? He doesn't want to deal with it. He's reeling back in his chair, looking at him. My man is getting comfy.
He's taking a big think.
And Dcorn's like, hey, you entered the bracket, homeboy. Hey, nobody told you to enter the bracket. Hey, I'm cool over here, bro. Yo, lean back. Yo, can we just switch to Xbox's cam? Like, ain't nothing going on the screen, man. Can we just get a nice, clear view of my man's
we can see the crowd behind him, most likely popping off right now.
Yeah, it's like, hey, there we go. Okay. Hey, put one in the sky. Hey, put your hands in the air if you're a true player. He's trying to figure something out, but, man, he's sick of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, as Hungrybox, you've been spending this whole game going, all right, this Yoshi's running away from me, and Puff just doesn't have the speed. The interesting thing is most people can't fully run away from Puff because her aerial drift is so good, right?
Right.
But Yoshi has a bigger aerial drift than she does, and he's faster on the ground. So at that point, what do you do when the Yoshi decides to run away?
Yeah, I don't know, GG. It's like, I don't know. For Hungrybox, he's sitting up, he's like, all right, let me just try this again. I can still bring this back. Hold on, heart of the competitor, maybe getting cooked up just a little bit.
I've seen Hungrybox win these, but this is actually, Hungrybox is actually... See, the problem with that meme right now is that Hungrybox is actually playing. So,
I know. Like,
so you actually do have to be scared. And we can see Dcorn's like, all right, yeah, it's down to last stock. I know that people call you Clutchbox, Why would I go over there?
He's like, all right. We walking and parrying. He's like, I'm gonna get like 10%, go for a pound, and then try to kill him at rest. He's going for pounds already. He's trying to pop the shield. He'll pop the egg. Make me a nice omelet. Uh-oh. Well, the DI was almost bad there.
113%. Hungrybox realizes he's got to be the aggressor. Oh, but actually, Dcorn's giving him a little bit.
He doesn't like it either. Dcorn's just spacing out these backers as well. It's really hard for HBox to punish at the max space range, and it'll kill him. So he's like, man, how do I get close? Oh.
Will fade away. Good spacing there by Hungrybox to get out of that Yoshi threat zone.
Hold up. Ooh, we out.
Do.
There we go. Are you gonna shake his hand? What are you gonna do? You gonna pound him? That was the saddest
Fist
pound
bump.
of all time. Did you see?
There was no
enthusiasm.
inertia. Yeah.
I was like, bro, were you even playing the game?